Subscribe to Maan Mahila Ka and hit the bell icon for more such videos. A mountaineer, writer, motivational speaker, and a research scholar, let's welcome our marvelous Mahila for the day, Squadron leader Toolika Rani, an ex-Indian Air Force officer.
So, good afternoon, ma'am. Welcome to Maan Mahila Ka.
Good afternoon, Jai Hind.
So, ma'am, let us introduce yourself and please tell me about your journey to success.
Well, I'm Squadron leader Toolika Rani, and I have been serving in Indian Air Force for 10 years, from 2005 to 2015. I retired in December 2015, and also I've been a mountaineer. So I've done 23 mountaineering and trekking expeditions all around the world. In addition to it, I am a writer. I write on various topics such as women empowerment, gender equality, environment, Buddhism, Tibetan women, and the geopolitical topics.
Okay.
In addition to it, I am also a motivational speaker, and I have had the I have had the privilege to give a TEDx talk also. So that is all about me.
Okay. So, ma'am, as your fruitful journey, so you have faced some of the challenges, I guess. So, can you mention that some of the challenges you have faced?
Challenges are always there, whatever you do in your life. So there are going to be a certain kind of hurdles. And if I talk about mine, then joining the Indian Air Force, the decision itself was a very unconventional one. I joined in 2005. And at that time, it was not a very well preferred choice for women to go into a career. But my parents were very supportive. And I was very much convinced that I was made for this. So I took that unconventional step. After that, when I joined mountaineering, again, it is not considered a field very much for women, conventionally. So I have taken my decisions based upon my own orientation in life, and initial opposition from society or people, that is all right. Because as Newton's law, we have all heard about it. Whenever you try to change something, there is always going to be certain kind of resistance. So that resistance should not stop us from what we want to do. The only definition of a wrong in your life shall be, it should not intentionally harm somebody. But apart from that, if we want to do something which has never been done, but it is not harmful to anybody, I suppose we must press ahead with that goal, even if there is initial resistance. So this is how I have taken the decisions of my life. And that is what I would advise the viewers also to do.
Okay, ma'am. So as I know, everyone has inspiration or inspire from others or have role model. So who was your role model or whom you take inspiration?
In my family, my mother has been my role model because she's a very hardworking woman and very progressive kind of a person, because she believes that as human beings, we have certain potential and we must do everything in our power to utilize that potential and be a positive contributing force in the society. So she has inspired me a lot. In addition to her, Swami Vivekananda is also my inspiration, because he has all the ingredients in his preachings to show us the path of life, which would be very progressive, very contentful, and very meaningful, I would say, not only to ourselves, but also for the society as a whole, for the whole world and humanity. So when he says, arise, awake, and stop not till the time the goal is achieved, he is showing us the path to attain success in our endeavors. And when he says that I do not believe in any religion which cannot feed the hungry people, so that in that fashion, he is putting humanity over and above everything. When he says that service to humanity is a service to God, then he is expounding the idea that human beings are the reflection of God himself. So these are the kind of thoughts that I have been inspired by. And these are the things that I try to imbibe in my own life.
Okay. So, ma'am, tell me about your success mantra.
My success mantra is that if you decide to do something, persist in it. Because persistence always pays. There are going to be certain hurdles. There are going to be your downtimes when you would feel that perhaps you're not up to the task, but persist. So become like a river which finds its own way, even if there are so many boulders in its path. So you have to be flexible in your approach if you want to achieve anything great in your life. And it would always take a very, very long, sustained effort for a long duration of time. So when we set a goal for ourselves, we have to be ready to work very hard for a long period of time. That is my success mantra. This is what I have been trying to follow in my life.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, can you please share your experience as mountaineering?
Yes, of course, there are lots and lots of experiences, but I would say that mountaineering has taught me, first and foremost, humility. As human beings, we are a part of nature, but we are a very minuscule part of nature. When we stand in front of a huge mountain, we realize our own place in this universe. Nature has created such huge landscapes, landforms in this universe, and we are just a tiny, minuscule speck of dust kind of a thing in front of these structures. So we have to understand that we are not the masters of nature. We are just one component of it, and the interconnectedness, because everything is related to everything else. This is what Leonardo da Vinci also said. To learn how to see. Everything is interconnected to everything else. So mountaineering has also taught me that life and death, these are predetermined. So you do not have to fear death and suppress yourself. If you have to take risk in life in order to achieve your goals, we must go ahead with it. Because I have seen many life and death situations on mountains, and I have been fortunate to still be alive. Once I fell into a crevasse, though that was not a very deep crevasse. Once I fell off an ice wall. Once I just rolled down a hill slope. So there were so many of these kind of incidents where I would have been dead perhaps, but I am not. So from these close encounters with death, I realized that till the time you are meant to be alive, you will be. So there is no point fearing death. We can just press ahead with our goals.
Yeah. So, ma'am, any social change you want to conquer in our society?
Socially, I would like to say that we have to be more humane. There are a lot of machines around us, and we have entered Industrial Revolution 4 now. Starting from the first Industrial Revolution in 18th century, now we are at the verge of Industrial Revolution 4, where more and more machines would be surrounding our day-to-day lives. But even in midst of them, we have to retain our humanness, because this human warmth is very important to sustain this planet. So that is one thing. Another is equality of opportunity. This is what I would like to have for everybody, irrespective of the gender, of status, of place of birth, of the language, or anything else. So because all human beings are born equal, I do firmly believe in this. And equality shall always be in matter of opportunity. So when we are able to provide opportunity to grow to people, then they become a whole developed human beings who can contribute further in the society. So an egalitarian society is what I would like to have.
Any message you want to convey to Maan Mahila Ka?
See, when we are talking about women, I would say that women are the center of the entire life on this universe. Because we have been blessed that we can give a new birth, we can bring a new life in this universe. So women have that immense power to not only give birth, but also to nurture. So we already have this kind of compassionate nature to ourselves, which God has bestowed upon us. And we must utilize this nature to make this world a better place. And for this, even if we have to stand up certain times for our rights, I think we shall stand up for that. Because until and unless we feel content in our own beings, until and unless we feel respect for our own capabilities and the others do so, we will not be able to contribute fully. So first of all, we must raise our voices against injustices. Second, we must stand up for our own choices, our own autonomy. Third, I would like to urge the society to give women that place which they deserve. Because we would give, we have the capacity to give. Nature has made us so that we are more inclined towards giving ourselves, giving more love and compassion to people. And this has to be recognized that yes, women have their own specific place in this universe, and that role must be acknowledged. So I would also like to urge society to give equal opportunities to women, because gender should not become an obstacle in their path. Gender should rather be an empowering process for them. You know, they shall take pride, and everybody else shall take pride for them being a woman, because a woman in itself is a very empowered word.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, and my best wishes to your platform also. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am.